welcome to Carol's Universe. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm recording via my new phone. This can do everything, obviously, like the phones in this day and age can, and I just thought I'd give it a go because my Vavi, which I've tried recording on before, is a hunk of junk, and I'm just not going to record on that anymore. It keeps cutting my sound out, and that's not good. And Movie Maker, yeah, sometimes use that, but I like using the video equipment, but it takes too long to render videos, so we're going to do it via phone. So we're going to do a general reading for June 2018. You also got a love, should be sitting up next door to this one, and we're going to have a look at what's coming in for you guys in the month of June 2018. Okay, we're using my usual Rider-Waite tarot deck, which I love using, and we're also going to use the Angel Answers as your advice card. Now I'm going to do the advice card first. Virgo. It is Virgo, isn't it, that I just mentioned? Yeah, it's Virgo that I mentioned that I'm reading for. Sometimes brain just switches off for no reason completely, and then I think about something else. So yeah, Virgo, we're going to do the advice card first, which I've started doing because sometimes I forget at the end of the reading to pull out the advice card, so I just thought it would be a good idea to do your advice first and then do the reading next and see how it fits in at the end as well. So we're going to use the Angel Answers for this. Let's just get the cards out. And we're just going to shuffle the cards, Virgo. And sorry if my eyes keep converting. It's just that I know that I need to look here. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Virgo for the month of June 2018? Show me, what is the advice that you have for Virgo for the month of June 2018? Show me. Okay, so your advice is, it's up to you. So the board is in your court, Virgo, for the month of June 2018. Whatever decision you make on whatever situation it is in this reading, it's completely up to you. The universe is giving control completely over to you. It's not forcing you to do anything in the month of June, but you have to use your mind, and maybe your mind and your heart, or maybe either one, to make a decision. So whatever decision you make concerning this reading is completely going to be up to you, okay? You've got free reign this month, so just make your decisions wisely. Let's have a look at what the reading is then. Just going to close my eyes a moment and concentrate on Virgo, okay? Universe Spirit, what is the messages? What's the reading you have for Virgo for the month of June 2018? I'm going to reverse the cards 3 times. Universe Spirit, show me Virgo for June 2018. What is the situation coming in for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Show me Virgo. Show me Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? What's going on for Virgo in the month of June 2018? What's the situation coming up for Virgo? This is Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's the situation coming up for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Show me Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of June 2018. What's coming in for Virgo for the month of June 2018? I'll ask you one more time, Universe. What's the situation coming in for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Show me. Alright, so I've shuffled the cards, Virgo. Sorry about the lighting. It keeps going from being sort of light to being a bit dark. I'll probably need to fix that. Let's split the deck into 3, like so. Collect it back up, like so, and let's have a look. Okay, I mean, the focus is going to be on walking away from something, and it's nice. It's like, oh, this is lovely. Oh my God, you've got like 3 change cards around you, and it's a really nice, oh wow. Okay, that's nice. It's nice. Okay, so, oh, it's nice. It's a very, very nice reading so far. Virgo for you guys in the month of June 2018. So I'm going to start off with the you now position, the 4 of Wands. You guys are showing us the 4 of Wands. Some of you guys aren't feeling stable, especially in your home life. 4 of Wands in the reverse often represents a lack of security and a lack of stability in your home life. Some of you guys, it might be that you've had a venture that you've entered into that's not been particularly successful. So I get the impression, and it's funny because as a result of this card with the 4 of Wands, some of you guys, it might be that you're in an unhappy marriage or in an unhappy relationship, that type of thing. It's not necessarily a relationship reading, Virgo, because you've got your love reading coming up. But the 4 of Wands in the reverse represents when we don't feel secure and we don't feel stable. We don't feel happy. This is also the card in the upright that indicates celebration. So you can be hearing about marriages or births or engagements or parties or celebration. But in the reverse, it might be that maybe something's been cancelled. I doubt it's that though. Doubt it very much, judging by what I'm looking at in this table of mine. I just think that right now, some of you guys might be in a bit of an unhappy place. It might be that you're uprooting yourself with this Four of Wands in the reverse. It might be that a relationship or a venture with another person just hasn't worked out with the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, as a result of that, the focus for the month for you guys is, well, the Eight of Cups. You're thinking about walking away, because the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from what no longer serves us, Virgo. So you guys are probably, the energy is that you're leaving whatever this is with the Four of Wands. Whether this is a marriage, whether this is a partnership, whether this is a new venture, whether this is just generally feeling unstable, Four of Wands. So if it's Four of Wands in the reverse, some of you guys, it might be that you're selling up as well, for example, with the Four of Wands in the reverse, because this can represent a home, a new home. For example, the Four of Wands in the upright moving. Okay, again, I would see this as a moving card in a way with the Four of Wands in the reverse. So I see that right now, you guys not feeling stable or secure. But as a result of that, the focus is on moving, leaving, for example. Maybe you've got problems within the home or with the home, okay? And what's underlying this is the Fool. This is why this reading looks like new beginnings completely, because the Fool is all about taking a new path. So some of you guys are considering taking a new path, a new direction. And as a result of that, in the recent past, you guys might have been doing some travelling. So some of you guys might have been going to see a new home. You might be changing property, that type of thing with the Six of Swords. But I'm seeing you moving away from troubled waters. Now, you still have baggage with the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords is all about baggage, okay? So it shows that when we're carrying a lot of baggage, when we've got a lot of obstacles, because the swords in front of the guy's face are what's blocking his path towards finding a solution. So this is all about, I think, in the recent past. Some of you guys, it might be travel. Some of you guys, Virgo, I think it might be, with the Six of Swords, trying to overcome some obstacles. Now, what your challenge is letting go of a burden. So your challenge is this month, letting go of burdens, letting go of obstacles, because the Ten of Wands is reversed. So often when the Ten of Wands is reversed, I often read this as letting go of a burden or an obstacle. And that's why the focus is on walking away. Can you see how you've got a lot of change coming in around you? The most likely outcome will be the Eight of Wands. Could be travel. Eight of Wands often speaks about travel to a different place. Could be a different country. Air flight is the Eight of Wands. I'm seeing travel here for you guys. I'm seeing leaving and releasing a situation. Coming in, you've got the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is an ending. I don't see this as betrayal or anything. It can be, but it doesn't feel like that type of reading to me, Virgo. It feels like a situation is completely at an end now with that Ten of Swords. A cycle, a painful cycle probably, with it being a sword card, has now come to an end. And I think that coming in, you guys are completely focusing on yourself, because you've got the Two of Swords as an influence coming in. And the Two of Swords says, well, I block out what my feelings are. Even if I feel hurt, even if I feel that I don't want to walk from a situation, it's my time to completely focus on me. The hopes of the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, well, it's a pentacle card. So this is all about moving towards our goals. So this can be working goals, for example. This can be having a long-term plan. And the hopes are to fulfill, I think, for some of you guys, a long-term plan, to work towards a long-term plan with the Knight of Coins energy showing there. The outcome shows the world. Incredible. Just an incredible reading. Some of you guys with the most likely outcome being travel of the Eight of Wands, release, change, rapid changes with the Eight of Wands energy. The overall outcome is the world, ending of one cycle, beginning of another, perhaps travelling somewhere else in the world for some of you guys with that world energy. It's a fantastic reading. It's really good. It's really good. You've got a lot of change cards. You've got this Four of Wands reversed, the Fool, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the World card. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 out of 10 cards that indicate changes coming in, and they're significant changes, especially with that World card being in the upright in the overall outcome. And remember, these cards are reversed. This is what I was saying. A lot of people tend to want to moan about reverse cards in readings. If I always use reverse cards, because I tend to find that they give you much more. Sorry, I keep looking that way, and I should be looking at the camera here. I always find that when you do reverse cards, they give you a bit more in-depth knowledge on stuff, and I think that you know. It doesn't mean that because if you've got a lot of reverse cards in a reading that you're going to have a reversed reading, because you can have, as you can see here, you've got pretty much 9 cards out of 10 that are upright and 1 is reversed, and the reverse card is a good card, but it's a challenge. It's in your challenge position. you're challenged by letting go of a burden. Okay, so you're finding it difficult to let go of a burden, which is why probably right now in June you want to leave that behind, and that burden will be that Four of Wands in the reverse, because that's probably the negative card, where it's an unstable and an unsecure environment that one might be in, that you guys might be in. It's a really, really good reading so far. Let's have a look at what the Four of Wands is about reverse. Why is Virgo showing us the Four of Wands in reverse? Why is Virgo showing us the Four of Wands in the reverse? Show me. Because of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about rules and regulations. Okay, so the Hierophant is often an advisor, but it's also a leader. It's a leader of a team. But really, this is about somebody who has great power and great authority. So some of you guys with the Four of Wands in the reverse, I think that there might be a great deal of insecurity and instability in your life, possibly in your, I mean, it could be your home situation. It might be to do with a housing association, for example, with that Hierophant. Hierophants often come up, it's a number 5 card, it's Taurus, but this can represent housing, for example. Somebody who runs a housing association, somebody who, a landlord, for example, that type of thing. So it might be that some of you guys with the Four of Wands in the reverse are experiencing a very tenuous time within your life in June 2018. Could be because of an authority figure with that Hierophant energy. It might be that there's a sense of feeling unstable with that Four of Wands in the reverse, lack of achievement, not being able to achieve with this Four of Wands in the reverse, or get to the first stages of achieving a successful venture with that Four of Wands in the reverse. And it could be because of the powers that be. It might be because there has been a ruling or a decision made by a Hierophant, and usually when you get the Hierophant, their decisions tend to stand, because this is a major arcana card and it's all about somebody who has great power and great authority. It might be that with the Four of Wands in the reverse, you guys are choosing to leave a property, for example, with that Four of Wands in the reverse, because the Hierophant energy might be somebody who you live with. It might be a father figure, for example, or somebody who's got great power and great dominion over the family. So I think that in there's an adverse card, I think, showing here with the Four of Wands in the reverse, which represents some of you guys are feeling unstable, perhaps within your home situation, and it's because of this Hierophant. It's because maybe the rules and regulations that have been impeached by an individual. Is impeached the right word? I'm not sure whether impeachment is the right word, but have been dictated, because Hierophants can show as dictators as well within this situation. Could also be maybe a Taurus person, Virgo. The reason that everything is happening is the Fool energy. And what's the Fool energy about? Why is the Fool the root issue for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Okay, so I think that you now, and if you can see here, usually when I find that the Fool is in front of a card, it's got its back turned to a card. That's what it's turning its back on. So the Six of Wands in the reverse represents a lack of success, a lack of acknowledgement. People aren't valuing you. People aren't seeing your abilities. They're not seeing your potential. They're not seeing how great and charismatic and confident you are. Also, this is the card where you lack confidence as well. So some of you guys are turning your back on a situation that's been less than successful. Some of you guys might be turning your back with that Fool energy and heading in a new direction, because if you look at the Fool, it's got its hand with the flower. It's almost like, see you later, like that, bye. You know, talk to the hand because the face ain't listening type of thing with the Fool energy. And I think that you guys are turning your back and you're looking for a new direction, and you're turning your back on a situation that's been less than successful, a situation in which you no longer have any confidence. Maybe you're turning your back on a situation in which you've been made to feel that you're not valued with the Six of Wands in the reverse. In the recent past, you've experienced the Six of Swords. And why has Virgo experienced the Six of Swords in the recent past? Well, I think that you guys have experienced some form of a change here. It could be something to do with travel with that Six of Swords, because there's been a change. You've got two change cards, Six of Swords and also the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune really says maybe that a new fortunate set of circumstances have come in. Maybe some of you guys are travelling, or you're moving on to something else, clearer waters, because there's been an unpredictable situation that came in, something that you didn't expect to happen with that Wheel of Fortune energy showing up there. Your challenge is the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands in the reverse this month. And why is Virgo's challenge the Ten of Wands in the month of June in the reverse? Okay. So you've got it's because of the Eight of Coins in the reverse. So some of you guys, your challenge is letting go of burdens. And this is because of the Eight of Coins in the reverse. So your challenge is letting go of a burden because somebody doesn't want to put the work into a situation. The Eight of Coins in the reverse is where you don't want to put the work into a situation. The Eight of Coins in the reverse is where somebody's not working hard enough. So I think that, you know, it's interesting that you've got this Eight of Coins reversed, because this can mean that your goals are not being achieved, because this is the card about working towards a goal. When it's reversed, either a goal's not being achieved or somebody's not working hard enough, somebody's not putting the work into a situation. So I feel that you're challenging letting go of burdens with that Ten of Wands in the reverse, because of the Eight of Coins in the reverse. And it might be, I'm trying to kind of piece this together, because the Eight of Coins in the reverse indicates the lack of goal attainment. I would probably describe that as. So, but I couldn't describe it like that. It doesn't make sense to me, Virgo, to describe it in that way when I look at both cards. Because we're looking at why are you challenged by letting go of burden? Why is it difficult for you to let go of a burden? I think it's because there's somebody around you who isn't putting enough work in. Maybe you've been carrying the load for this person. I think between the both cards, you've actually been carrying the load for an individual, because there's somebody, your challenge is to let go of this burden, because I think with this Eight of Coins in the reverse, somebody's not putting enough, they're not putting their weight, they're not putting enough effort into this situation, and it might be that you've been having to carry not only yourself, but this same person at the same time. And as a result of that, you guys will think about walking away from the situation. The energy will be around walking away. And why is the energy for the month of June 2018 about walking away from this situation for Virgo? Show me. Because of the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I think because things have stayed the same. The Ace of Swords in the upright is all about the forming of a new action plan. The Ace of Swords in the reverse says that the situation has become stagnant, and there's been the inability to start forming new ideas and moving forward. So I think that what's happening here is that the focus will be on the Eight of Cups in the upright, walking away from a plan that hasn't really taken off with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So something definitely hasn't worked out here. You might have started off in this situation, Virgo, with all of the kind of the ideals of that this is going to work out, this situation is going to work out. And it might be that some of you guys are feeling very insecure. It could be within a marriage, for example, because the Hierophant is all about marriage as well and commitments. So it might be some of you guys are feeling insecure with the Four of Wands in the reverse and unstable in the home because of the marriage. But also this might be because of somebody who's quite dictatorial, because Hierophant shows people who are quite dictatorial as well. So I actually think that this is somebody who might be quite dictatorial. Now I think that the challenge is, you know, letting go of the burdens, because it looks to me like this person isn't willing to change. Eight of Coins in the reverse. They're not willing to work towards the same goals that you're working towards. They're putting the least amount of effort into this situation. And this is why, the root issue is that about you wanting to take a new direction with the Fool energy over a situation that's been less successful. All right, but I think that this person, your challenge is that this you're finding it difficult to let go of the burden of whoever this Hierophant. I think the Hierophant is the key person here. I think it shows as a person more than anything. Your challenge is, well, letting go of burdens, because this person can't do it for themselves. This person's not putting any effort into striving for what you're striving for. And that's why the energy will be about walking away and releasing this situation, because you've had no success with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Things have become very stagnant. There's no plan of action that's been put into place in terms of how you move forward with this individual. It looks to me like you've got somebody around you who's very lazy, Virgo, and who you've just said, you know what, actually I'm really tired of your laziness. You're not helping me. You're not helping to put new plans and new ideas into place with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So the most likely outcome will be the Eight of Wands. Let's have a look at why the most likely outcome is the Eight of Wands in the upright. Well, there you go. There's going to be an upheaval this month. Some of you guys are leaving a place. The Tower represents to leave. This represents when the walls come crumbling down. So I'm seeing rapid changes here. I'm seeing some of you guys fleeing a place with the Eight of Wands, travelling afar, moving with the Eight of Wands energy. There's rapid changes here because of the Tower. Also rapid changes because of the Tower. The Tower represents an unstable foundation, and this Four of Wands is an unstable foundation as well, with this Hierophant showing here. Could be in a marriage, it could be with somebody who says it's my way or the highway, the Hierophant energy showing here. And therefore the most likely outcome is, I think that some of you guys are going to flee with the Eight of Wands energy here, because the Tower, you'll jump ship before it takes you down, basically. Because the Tower represents the, what we're trying to say, the Tower represents an unstable foundation, one that's going to go at any point, at any time. Okay, this is a very unsettling situation, but a lot of you guys are going to be focusing on moving out of a situation that's going to go at some point. It's going to crumble. It can't be sustained. And I think that some of you guys have been carrying the weight of a situation. You're actually saying no more. Coming in, you've got this Ten of Swords. And why is the Ten of Swords coming in for Virgo in the month of, in the immediate future? Why is the Ten of Swords the immediate future in June 2018? Why is the Ten of Swords the immediate future for Virgo? Well, I feel that I could read this two ways, really. It might be that some of you guys are going to experience being hurt. No, I don't mean physically hurt, I mean stabbed in the back. It might be that somebody causes you a great deal of hurt, okay, because they're the Emperor. So it could be that this is from an Emperor. This is from, and the Emperor, I wouldn't be surprised, because I've often seen the Emperor and the Hierophant as very similar cards. These are people who like to impose their own doctrines on others. So it might be that you're going to get hurt, or you're just, you know, that you're going to be, it might be that you're, I'm getting the impression that maybe somebody's inflicting some form of hurt. It might be putting you on a guilt trip here, because they're the Emperor. It might be that this person's quite old as well, potentially. Hierophants and the Emperors can show us older people as well. Alright, it might be that this person's trying to inflict their own doctrine, their own ideas onto you with the Emperor energy. The Emperor shows somebody who's quite a powerful person, alright? And it might be that this person's trying to, for some of you, inflict their own boundaries. It might be with the Ten of Swords energy that there is a final ending to this situation as you take control of the situation with the Emperor energy there, because the Emperor is all about taking control, and this is where the buck stops with the Ten of Swords. So ending of a painful situation with an Emperor, perhaps with a person. Ending up a situation as you take control with the Emperor energy and put boundaries up with the Emperor energy here. It might be some of you are getting hurt, or you're getting the guilt trip put on you with the Ten of Swords via an Emperor, which I would read probably as being this Hierophant person here. Coming in though, the influence is coming in are the Two of Swords. And why the influence is the Two of Swords coming in for Virgo, show me. Well, I feel that you guys, with the Two of Swords, I could say that you make a decision here. Usually I would see the Two of Swords in the reverse as making a definitive decision. But I think that really this is in a way making a decision anyway, because you make a decision with the Two of Swords when you block out your feelings with the Two of Swords. See the water behind that person, that's their feelings. So they're blocking out their feelings and they're concentrating on themselves and what they need to do. They're being completely using head over heart. So some of you guys, I see you as making a head over heart decision, and with the Three of Cups in the reverse, removing yourself from this friendship, partnership, marriage, whatever you want to call it. You're removing yourself from the situation. Three of Cups in the reverse usually means breaking an agreement. So I see you guys basically blocking this person out, focusing on yourself with the Two of Swords in the reverse. The focus with the Two of Swords will be, sorry, in the upright, that you'll let go of this person, this partnership. You'll withdraw from it with the Three of Cups. I think somebody might be putting a guilt trip on you maybe with that Ten of Swords and the Emperor, because I see you feeling defeated as well for some of you guys, and it could be by a pretty powerful person, that Emperor, and I think it's this Hierophant and Emperor the same person. And I think that you guys just put your foot down with that Two of Swords. You're no longer going to have any type of emotional manipulation as you decide with the Two of Swords to let go of this individual, to break this partnership with the Three of Cups in the reverse. Your hopes will be the Knight of Pentacles. And why is Virgo's hopes the Knight of Pentacles? Show me. There you go, the Sun. You guys will hope that you'll be able now to work towards your goals with the Knight of Coins showing there, because I think that you've got a positive plan of action with the Sun. You want happiness, you want success, you want to make some positive changes within your life, and the outcome shows us the World. And why is the outcome the World for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Why is the outcome the World for Virgo in the month of June 2018? Because of the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I think that you make an achievement here with the World in the upright when you decide, I think, with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, just to completely cut this individual out, and that is without any emotion and any feeling. I think that you guys are very, very, very certain in the month of June 2018 that you want to cut somebody out of your life completely. It could be a person. I think it is a person. I think it's, but because of the strong dominion domination of the Emperor and the Hierophant. I would reckon that these are the two same people, one in the same person. Because both Emperor and Hierophant, I've also often seen them as being brothers within the tarot. They're very strong individuals, very, very strong individuals. And they use their power often to dominate others. Whether that Hierophant is upright or reversed, he'll often use his power. And it's the power of his beliefs to dominate others. Okay? And I think that this person will probably come back and try it again. They'll probably put a guilt trip on you. So I think from what I'm seeing, because with tarot, it's very kind of objective or even subjective. It depends on how you see those cards. So there's no right or wrong way to read a tarot card. It's just, well, what do you see? And what I'm seeing through the tarot here, we'll go through this reading quickly again, Virgo, is that you guys are showing us the Four of Wands in the reverse. So Four of Wands in the reverse says that when you're feeling a sense of instability within the home, especially where you live, you might want to sell up, you might want to leave, with this Four of Wands in the reverse, okay? So, and I think it's because there's very much a great power around you, somebody who has a great deal of what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody who likes to inflict their opinions on you. Now, with the Hierophant, this is all about our ideas, or this is all about our beliefs, but this person's belief might not necessarily be yours. It might be you're feeling unstable within a marriage, for example, for some of you guys here, and that marriage can be anything. It can be, you know, the commitment you have to a job or your work or a contract or whatever it is. But whatever it is for you with this Hierophant, I think that there is somebody who's imposing their own beliefs on you, and this is very, very uncomfortable, I would say. I think that you're feeling very unstable, especially within the home environment with that Four of Wands energy showing here. And it might be because of the marriage, but it might also be because somebody's imposing their own ideas and beliefs on you, and it might be something that you don't like, because the root issue is about you leaving something here. So the root is, and I think that actually the root issue is all about you leaving with the full energy a situation that's been less successful. So I get the impression here that there is instability. There might even be arguments with that Four of Wands in the reverse. There might even be a sense of feeling that you are being crucified, or I'm not saying abused or anything with the Four of Wands in the reverse, but there's a sense of feeling not comfortable within your own environment by somebody who's got some pretty imposing and forceful ideas and beliefs that they want to impose to you. And it might be a case of, for some of you guys, you want to go and do something different because you're not happy where you are. You don't feel happy with the Six of Wands in the reverse. You don't feel confident. You don't feel valued, maybe, for some of you guys where you are. And it might be that this person is saying, well, no, stick with it. And you're kind of like, well, no, I don't want to. I want to head in a new direction. And it might be that you have travelled, for some of you guys. It could be a job, it could be anything, but you might have been travelling because the Wheel of Fortune shows up here. This might be because you've been proposed to the most amazing opportunity with that Wheel of Fortune energy. All right, it might be that the Wheel of Fortune, because this can be a map of the world. It might be that you've travelled somewhere really far. You've had an amazing opportunity to go and do something somewhere else, and it's quite far. But, you know, your challenge is letting go of this burden. Letting go of burdens, because I think that you ultimately have responsibilities for this Hierophant person. So I think that this person imposes their own ideas on you, Virgo, because they don't want you to go and do something, because it's almost like it's going to upset the apple cart. So your challenge is letting go of burdens, because the Eight of Cups coins in the reverse, this person's not willing to work with you. They put the minimal amount of effort with this Eight of Coins in the reverse to understanding where you're coming from, or what it is that you want to do. And that's why you're looking to follow your own path with the Eight of Cups energy. Because I think if you don't follow your own path, this is what you get. You're looking to follow your own path, because for some of you guys, the Ace of Swords in reverse can mean to feel stuck. Stuck in a certain way of living. Repeating patterns, never being able to break a pattern. It might be that you walk away because what you want to do, because you've not been able to break the pattern of where you are within this situation. It looks to me like somebody's been trying to hold you back from where you are, from where you want to go. Probably because of their own fears, but also I think it's more a case of that this person's not willing to understand or work with you on this situation. So you say, look, my focus is going to be on finding my own path with the Eight of Cups. I'm going to walk away. That Eight of Cups here is the Six of Wands. This is the unsuccessful card, and the Eight of Cups walks away from anything that's unsuccessful. So you're walking away from the Six of Wands in the reverse. So your focus will be on actually, and where you're walking to is the Wheel of Fortune that we've just seen in the Six of Swords. So you're walking to search for this better thing here because you're feeling stuck. Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's been no changes for some of you guys. You feel that everything has been a repetition and you need some change. And as a result of that, I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands in the upright, rapid changes, travel for some of you guys. Because right now where you are feels very unstable with the Tower energy. And the Tower energy I would see as being the Six of Wands in the reverse as well. There's a great deal of feeling unstable. And also you need that upheaval. You need to uproot yourself. Some of you guys are uprooting yourself from a situation that you know couldn't last for very long. Coming in, I do feel that there might be some blackmail or some form of guilt trip put on you with that Ten of Swords from this Emperor, Akka, Hierophant energy. But you guys are adamant because the influence is coming in, or you put your foot down with the Two of Swords. You're going to ignore their feelings with the water behind you, ignoring your own feelings for them with the water behind, and you're focusing on yourself with the Two of Swords, and you're focusing on leaving a partnership. Now, it might not be leaving a partnership with the Emperor, Akka, Hierophant, but you might be looking to leave a partnership with this Six of Wands, because you're on course to find a new path from something in which you don't feel valued or something that's not being successful. So you will, influence is coming in, focus on disbanding yourself from this situation with the Three of Cups in the reverse. Because your hopes are to work towards a goal. Knight of Coins. Now this could be a job, for example, to work towards a job goal, for example, one in which you can see yourself coming in, being very successful. You're basically working towards having some success here, to making a successful change, one that's going to bring you happiness, one that's going to bring you joy, one that's going to bring you prosperity, and the outcome is ending up a cycle here, venturing into something new with the world energy, and it will be successful for you. The successful culmination, the successful wrapping up of the situation here as you make decisions based on what you want, Queen of Swords in the reverse, rather than what this Hierophant stroke Emperor wants. So for a lot of you guys, it's not about you leaving the Emperor or the Hierophant. It's about saying, this is what I want this month, and this is why the card is, it's up to you. And you damn well know it's up to you. Because somebody here, I think the Hierophant, Akka, Emperor, which I would see as the same person, Virgo, is trying to stop you from making a change. But you're kind of saying, Virgo, you know what, actually, I'm really not happy where I am. I'm really not happy doing this or doing that. It might be a working situation for some of you guys. I'm really not happy doing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. I need change. And this person is trying to stop it. It might be because of a money situation. It might be because it's permanent. It could be anything. Whatever the situation is for you, there's definitely, I think, for Virgo, the focus on making a change, because something in your life right now isn't satisfying you, and you need to make that change in order to make progress. And you're doing it for you, because that's what the Queen of Swords in the reverse would do. She wouldn't consider what the other person had to say. It's got to be all about herself. So yeah, it's a brilliant reading. It's up to you. Whatever you do, it's up to you, and you know this. You're taking the situation in your hands, and you're saying to whoever this person is, Hierophant, Akka, Emperor, you know what, I'm doing this for myself this month, and that's that. And whatever you think or feel about it is none of my business. I'm focusing on myself. So for this month in June 2018 coming up, the focus is completely on yourself, and boy, are you making this person know that. Alright, that's your reading for June 2018, Virgo. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll see you on your love readings. Take care. Bye-bye.